Shane Waldron, I take back everything negative I said about you through the first 3 weeks. I'm so glad you're here. It's the third straight Victory Monday. Let's talk about it. Hey, what's going on, everyone? Welcome back into the Bears Den, an NFL podcast with a Chicago Bears first focus. I am your host, Alex, and today it is Victory Monday. The Bears are coming off a massive victory against the Jacksonville Jaguars, and let's talk about it, right? Look, the Bears are here. Caleb Williams is here. Shane Waldron is here. This is, like I've been saying it the past couple weeks, I've had the Bears in the top 10 in my power rankings. Here they come, right? Here come the Bears. And look, it was another great win. Another flat start, right? 0 points in the first quarter again for the Bears. That is something that needs to improve, right? If we're looking at things that need to improve and things that I wasn't pleased with yesterday, that would be it, right? The offense once again coming out looking rough it was really the first two drives. They didn't really start going until the second quarter. But man, what a team game, what a team win. Fantastic performance on defense, fantastic performance by the offense, and fantastic performance by Cole Kmet and the special teams. It was a great win. It was an exciting win, and finally, Bears football is exciting once again. These games are fun. The Bears have scored 35 points in back-to-back games. I can't remember the last time that's happened, right? This is fun. I'm having fun. I'm watching the best quarterback play in Chicago that I've seen in my 24 years on this planet, right? Caleb yesterday, 23 of 29, only 6 incompletions, 226 passing yards, 4 touchdowns, 1 pick, 124 rating. He also had 56 yards on the ground running. DeAndre Swift, 17 carries for 91 yards, a touchdown, a long rush of 19. He also had 28 yards receiving. Cole Kmet was the receiving leader yesterday. 5 catches, 70 yards. Obviously had 2 touchdowns. Keenan Allen, welcome back. Welcome to Chicago. Big day, 2 touchdowns. The Bears are here. They are here. And I'm not going to tolerate, it's Jacksonville, because guess what? The Bears were underdogs in this game yesterday. I woke up, or the night before, I was looking at the bets, trying to decide what I wanted to take. And it was even for the it was even, right? The game was even, and then it moved to Bears 1-point underdogs right before I went to bed. And then I woke up for the game, and the Bears were 2-point underdogs. So I don't want to hear that, it's just the Jaguars, okay? Because the Bears were underdogs in this game. The media was picking Jacksonville because it's London, and this was going to be their get-right game. So I don't want to tolerate that. I don't want to hear that. I don't want to deal with that. This was a playoff team last year, Jacksonville. Or no, they were almost a playoff team last year. They kind of choked it up. But look, Shane Waldron, welcome to Chicago, right? I now see why you were brought in. The schemes, the development of Caleb Williams, the offense, the complex offense, right? The blocking schemes, the route trees. This is big time stuff, and it's working. And the Jacksonville defense had no answers. They had no answers to the running game, and they had no answers to the passing game, right? Caleb Williams was in full control, got to do whatever he wanted the entire game. And that's a testament to Caleb Williams, the receiving core, the running back room, the offensive line, and the offensive staff. The Bears are 4-2 going into the bye week. Let's remember, through 6 weeks last year, this team was 1-5. We are now 4-2. And the big narrative that's going around is, they've only beaten teams with 1 win. Okay. And is it our fault that these teams have 1 win? Is it the Bears' fault? But then the media will do this different little game for Washington, whose wins are against the Giants, the 1-win Bengals, the Cardinals, and the Browns. Granted, those teams don't have 1 win except for Cincinnati, but those teams are also not good. I wouldn't classify those teams as good, right? So it's just, and you might ask yourself watching this video, Alex, why do you always go after the media? Because here on this channel, I try and keep it consistent. I don't think anyone wants to listen to someone that's going to just flip-flop. And I'm already seeing it today. The media is already flip-flopping. Now we're back on the Bears, right? A couple weeks ago, it's, oh man, did the Bears make a mistake by taking Caleb Williams instead of Jaden Daniels? And now it's, oh, the Bears are here. The Bears are legit. The Bears are a playoff team. I'm tired of the flip-flopping. Let's be consistent, right? That's my goal. That's what I try and push. But I'm not here to just target and attack the media. Look, this was a fantastic win. This was the first time under the Eberflus era that the Bears have won 3 straight games. Everything is improving. Once again, the defense is not giving up more than 20 points. And they said on the broadcast yesterday, they asked Tremaine Edmonds, what's the offense? How many points does the defense need to pretty much guarantee a win, right? Like, defense says to the offense, get us this many points and we'll get you guys a win. And he said, if the offense can score 20 points, the defense will guarantee that they win. And if you look, the Bears are 4-0 this year when they have more than 20 points. Their 2 losses were when the Bears had 16 points and 13 points against the Colts and the Texans, respectively. And so now here we are at the bye, 4-2, feeling fantastic. I think the bye, at the start of the game yesterday, I was concerned that perhaps, or I guess in the middle of the game, I was concerned that perhaps the bye was coming at the wrong time because, there's all this momentum with this young team, this young offense. But I think now the bye is actually probably here at the right time. A couple injuries yesterday that were, that happened in the game. Obviously, Brisker and Stevenson weren't playing, so we need them to get right. And I think that the bye is coming at a right time. I think it's coming at a good time. Get these guys healthy because one of the biggest games of the year is after the bye in 2 weeks against the Commanders, against Jaden Daniels. And now I think that the Bears are going to absolutely obliterate them, assuming they don't come completely flat out of the bye, which I don't think they will. But they've got 2 weeks to prepare for this game. I think they're going to obliterate Washington. I think that the narrative between Caleb and Jaden Daniels is going to end on the 27th of October. And it's very realistic. I said it last week. But it's very realistic that in a month, the Bears are 7-2 with the Packers coming into town. And if that's the case, this is a playoff team. Because you would like to think that the Bears will at least split at the very minimum with Detroit, if not sweep them. Almost swept them last year. You would like to think that they would probably split with Minnesota. I would assume Minnesota's probably cooling off by that point. And then it's just what can you do with the Packers, right? So before Gauntlet arrives, if the Bears are 7-2, and let's just say for sake of argument that they split with all 3 NFC North teams, that's 10 wins. Then that's not counting whatever happens in the San Francisco game, who we know San Francisco has not looked great this year. So it's definitely winnable as of right now. And there's a Seattle game in there too. So if the Bears can split one of those 2 games against those NFC West teams, that's an 11-win Bears team. I think we would all be thrilled if the Bears hit 11 wins in Caleb Williams' rookie season and made the playoffs. There is so much potential. There is so much momentum with this team. 3 straight wins. That is massive. And yes, the teams they are playing are not great. I'm not going to sit here and act like we're beating Kansas City. Like we're beating Baltimore or Buffalo or, Detroit, right? Who's looking like the top team in the NFC right now, or Minnesota, right? I get that. But you can only play who's on the schedule. And we're not just beating these teams. We are annihilating these teams, at least through the last 2 weeks. Good teams destroy bad teams. The Bears of the past, the 2023 Bears, would have won yesterday's game 19-16. Or maybe they would have lost. They would have found a way to lose that game. So yes, the teams they have played are not great. But you can only play who's on the schedule. And we knew this going in. This was a weaker schedule. This was a weaker schedule early in the year. The Bears are playing a fourth place schedule. They're playing one of the weaker schedules in the league, at least at the start of the season, right? It was like the fifth easiest strength of schedule. We knew that. But that was the benefit of this schedule, because Caleb gets to figure it out now. So that come week 11, come November 17th, when Green Bay comes into town, it's all figured out and we're ready to go. And for the first time in years, we can punch them in the mouth. Bears are 4-2. And there's people out there that want me and fans to not be happy about that. Wins are hard in this league. Take every win you can get. I've suffered through too many losing seasons, through too many blown fourth quarter games to not celebrate every single win that this team gets. And the wins are exciting. The wins aren't stressful. The wins don't come down to the wire. I'm not worried if the team is going to blow the game like I have been in years past. Now, granted, when it was 35-10 with 13 minutes left in the fourth quarter, I still was not feeling completely comfortable yesterday because of what the Bears have done to me in the past. But it's a step in the right direction. And I think with this quarterback and this offense and this coaching staff, it's unlikely that leads are going to get blown. And let's think about this, right? Really quick. Because I've been yapping for 12 minutes now. The Bears' 2 losses this year are 1-score losses. The Texans are 5-1. Caleb Williams was in a position to win that game. The Bears lost by 6 points. Caleb Williams had the ball with a minute and a half left and a chance to drive the field. I would bet a very large amount of money that if that Texans game happened yesterday, the Bears win that game. But he was in his second start. Offense hadn't figured it out yet. There were miscommunications that were occurring on the final drive. The offensive line was struggling. So they lost to a 5-1 team by 6 points. That in itself says how good this team is. If in his second ever game they were that close to beating a good team. Now, I'm not really one to take moral victories. The Bears lost. They lost that game. I truly believe that if the game were to happen tomorrow or next week against Houston, that the Bears would win that game. And let's talk about the offensive line really quick, too. I saw something yesterday. They were rated like 26th or 28th through the first 3 weeks. The last 3 weeks, they've been rated 13th. And we'll see what the rating jumps to after yesterday's game. They are significantly improved. And we see what happens. Keel has a little bit more time to throw. His rating is in the 120s. DeAndre Swift gets good blocking. He's rushing for nearly 100 yards a game. 5.5 yards a carry. This is a Super Bowl level team. It's a Super Bowl level roster. And while I think it's probably unlikely that they get there this year, just because it would be really hard for me to believe that a team with a rookie quarterback and a young offensive staff could go all the way through the playoffs, right? But this is a Super Bowl level team. And as long as they keep improving, right? This isn't a little like deceptive stretch of games. There's no reason that they can't get to the big game within a couple years. There's a lot to be excited about. The Bears are 4-2 going into the bye. The games are fun again, and I'm so happy to be a Bears fan. And I'm so grateful that Caleb Williams is here, and I'm so grateful that Shane Waldron is here, and we are feeling great. And rest up into the bye, and we will roll into Washington, and we will whoop them. Mark my words, we will whoop them. As always, I appreciate you guys listening. Like, comment, subscribe. We're almost at 100 subscribers. I know that we can get there. Thanks for hanging out in the den with me today. Enjoy your Victory Monday. Bear down, and we'll see you in tomorrow's video. Peace.